Hi traders, and welcome to the daily recap show for today, which is Wednesday the 29th of June, and we're going to start with the FTSE. As always, we said the FTSE was tricky to trade at the moment, with lots of zones that offered the possibility of a reaction. So any trades that we did take, there was lots of opportunities from trading zones, but we needed to be very aggressive with risk management because we could see a lot of chop in between the zones. We said if we saw acceptance below 72.55 to 63, it opened up moves lower. And we said that if we saw acceptance above 72.84 to 92, it could see moves towards resistance at 73.16 to 73.26, and then potentially 73.52 to 62. So let's go and have a look at the FTSE today. Okay, so as you can see from the price action today, it was very choppy as we sort of expected. The zones have worked reasonably well, but there is still quite a lot of chop around the zones. So this is why we suggested managing your trades and managing trades very aggressively. So we had the initial pre-market push below 72.55 to 72.63, but we didn't see the acceptance there. We then got the impulsive push up on the open. So that meant that this was support. We got the push up above 72.84 to 92. We got the acceptance, the pullback. There is a continuation pattern there, which would have been a losing trade. You would have got long, and then it fell away. Now, I actually almost took this trade myself. There was a reason why I didn't, and that was because the other markets weren't in sync. The other markets were actually a little bit negative, so there wasn't the momentum across the board, but that's a little bit more advanced stuff. If we're just looking at patterns in isolation, this was a valid pattern which would have been a loser. We then got the push down, and that suggested there was a false break of this pattern. We then got another continuation pattern here. Now, as I mentioned, the other markets were a little bit weaker, so actually this was a trade that I did take, which was also a losing trade. We then got the corrective pullback, and we got another signal just here, which was another trade I took, which then actually made my losses back and a little bit more. Again, because we were managing this trade aggressively, we took some profits along here, and then managed to hold the trade on the pullback, and then we booked our profits in this area here because I just wanted to front run that zone because, as I say, I was managing the trade very aggressively. We then saw that real acceptance back above 72.84 to 92, and that then saw the move. You can see it's really impulsive, strong push. We didn't really get an opportunity to get in on this move unless you somehow managed to get in as part of a breakout. There is actually, just looking at this now, I didn't see this in real time actually, but there is a breakout pattern there. So if you managed to get along there, that would have been able to take you up to that 73.16, 73.26 zone. Pullbacks here, we then got another opportunity with a continuation pattern there to take you up. Again, you would want to manage this aggressively, and potentially you would have got stopped out on this little pullback here, but we then got another long here, another reversal pattern here. So there's a nice movement there, and you would have expected to book your profits if you're being aggressive there. At least you'll be looking to be risk-free. So as you can see, sort of as expected from the report, there's lots of opportunities. There were lots of opportunities to trade around these zones, but it is all very choppy, all a little bit bitty, which is why we said that if you're going to trade around these zones, you really have to manage aggressively. And this sort of action is really only for traders with experience and with their risk management absolutely on point. If your management wasn't on point, you really probably couldn't. You couldn't take all of these trades anyway. But you wouldn't. If your management's not on point, you wouldn't have been able to then have a second opportunity to take your to regain the loss from the first trade on that second opportunity, because you would then be over leveraging across for the whole day. So, yeah, as I say, FTSE sort of played out as we expected in the report. Lots of choppy action, but a few opportunities there as well, especially if you managed the risk aggressively, you would have been able to make money today. So that's the FTSE. Now let's go and have a look at the DAX. Okay, so we said not much had changed since the previous day's report. We wanted to see sustained breaks with momentum to indicate the next move. So we said that we needed to gain acceptance below 13,100 to 120 to see moves towards 12,905 to 930. And so let's go and have a look at the DAX today. Okay, so fairly straightforward review of the DAX today. We got this acceptance below the 13,100, 13,120 zone in the pre-market session. We a little push up, held it on the open here. This is actually a continuation pattern of itself as well. So you could have got short there, and that was probably the trade of the day, to be honest with you. It's not one that I took due to risk to reward, but it also shows you why I didn't take that initial long on the FTSE, because you can see the DAX had opened a lot weaker than the FTSE. So this action was trending down, but it wasn't really very clean. We do have a couple of continuation patterns here and here. And then we just, as you can see, we just grinded down. We didn't quite make that support zone down at 12.905 to 930. However, if you had managed to get short on any of these opportunities down here, or even there's another nice one just in there, you had plenty of time to risk manage and plenty of opportunity to risk manage these trades and book a lot of profits along the way. Some really nice risk to reward trades there. And then, as you can see, after that, the market really did just chop around for the rest of the day in and amongst these two minor zones in there. Once we'd seen that sort of initial push down, I wouldn't have been wanting to get involved anymore. This zone may have to move up because of that price action tomorrow. So we'll assess that in the morning, and once we've seen the overnight action on the US session and Asian session. So quite a lot to cover today. It's all a little bit bitty. No sort of like real super high probability trades. If anything, I think this DAX one right on the open was the best trade of the day. That was the one that tied in really nicely with the analysis and probably offered the best, strongest signal. Lots to cover there on the FTSE, some quite in-depth stuff, but I can hope you can see that the analysis in the reports does aim to keep you safe. We can recognise the not just the zones that are going to react, or sorry, not going to react, are most likely to react, but we can also judge the mood and the sentiment in the market to try and identify when you need to be aggressive, when you can let trades run, and that sort of thing as well. So that's really important as a trader, that you can develop that understanding of the market context and how the market is behaving in that period of time as well, because it can really help maximize your profits and fine tune and really get your strategies on point going into each session, and being able to remain dynamic really can improve your trading performance. So a lot to cover today. I hope you find these useful. Please comment in the box below, let me know what you think. Please subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Please, as always, come and sign up to the Keyzone Traders community if you haven't already, by clicking and signing up to the Keyzone service. And you'll get these access to these reports and come and be part of our community channels as well. So it's completely free of charge. I hope you find these reports useful. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.